Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Dave It Yourself channel. I greatly appreciate it. I apologize I've not been posting many videos or I've been doing the After Dinner with Dave show lately, but I am coming back soon, so please bear with me. This video is the video of me unpacking the Tiger Timber before the video that you recently saw. Enjoy!
Hey friends, welcome back to the Dave It Yourself channel. My name is Dave and this is my channel. As you see, I have the red apron on, which means we're going to be working on a project today. What project is that? Well, it's a plane that we're going to be working on that I haven't flown in over 2 years. As a matter of fact, it's been in my storage unit for over the past year, and it's been shrink wrapped and hanging on the fish stringer, just like all the other planes on there. If you haven't seen that video of my storage unit and all the ridiculous amount of RC and Spider-Man and other stuff, things I have in there, go ahead and check out this video right here. That's a pretty good video to take a look at. But what we're going to look at today is a plane that I pulled out of there. It's one that I know I have video on, but looking at the 400 something videos I have on my channel, it doesn't look like I've ever posted an actual video on that. So this one will be a surprise for you guys as well. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and break it out. We're going to see exactly what kind of repairs it needs, if any, because I don't know. I haven't looked at this thing in over 2 years. And we're going to see what it's going to take to need to get it back into the air. And then we're going to get it back in the air. So if you want to see exactly what plane it is that I'm talking about today, what we're going to need to get this thing back into the air and getting into the air, you know what I recommend you do. You stick around. Nice. All right, friends. So welcome back. I appreciate your interest in taking a look at this particular project. The project that we're going to be working on, like I said, is one that I pulled out of my portable hangar or my storage unit kind of thing. So what we're going to be working on today is this particular plane that you may see behind me. And this is my Tiger Timber. That's right. This is my Tiger Timber. This is the one that I've done the wings and all on and given it some really cool tiger striping and things of that nature. This is still a really great plane. The timber, it does have a little bit of some nose repair, it looks like, that has probably occurred here, but it seems like it's pretty stiff, so we'll need to take a look at that. But of course, the main thing first is to get this bad boy out of the plastic and see what it is that we need to do to, give it the old once over. So let's go ahead and break out a knife and get started. So stick around for that. All right, friends. So I happen to have a knife right in my apron, of course, which is why I'm wearing the apron. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. Let's go ahead and cut off some of this shrink wrap. Try not to cut myself or the plane. All right. All right, what do we got in here? Oh, look at how smart I was. I got a plastic bag with the screws and the wing support. So that's nice. I got all my wires and stuff in there. Let's see what else we got. Yep, got the wing rod. That's going to be necessary. And then, of course, we got the two wings. Let's go ahead and put that off to the side over there. All right, so let's take a look at these bad boys, see what kind of condition we're looking at with these. And as you can kind of see with my Tiger Timber striping there, this is some of that basically colored paper, not paper tape, colored box tape, the clear box tape, but this is the colored stuff. And it looks like this plane might also have some Mod Podge on it. But we got this little bit of some damage to a sticker there where it got pushed over or something, but nothing too major. Structurally, it looks like the wing's in pretty good shape. Okay. Okay, well, those sound all right. So not too bad there. Let's take a look at this other wing. Also looks okay. Can clearly see the Mod Podge I put on there. I don't know if you can see it on the cameras or whatnot, but there's clearly some, you can see it maybe here in the black over here. There's clearly some paint strokes, and that's that clear Mod Podge. This is back when I first started using that stuff. Got some tape all over this bad boy. But yeah, it looks like it's in okay shape. Looks like you can see here some smudging. Maybe you can see some smudging here, and this is the smudging from just the soot from when that one cell battery caught fire in my basement at that time. So this plane has a little bit of soot on it. Ooh. All right, now with this. All right. Seems like we might have ourselves a little bit of a non-working servo here. All right, so that's going to be something that's going to need to be looked at. So we know we've got one fix that needs to be done, and that's this servo right here. Does not seem to be responding. As a matter of fact, it looks like it may even be broken out on the back there. So that's one thing we need to look at. So what else we got here? Rest of the plane. You can see some more smudging and soot smudging. As a matter of fact, you can see it on my fingers there. So I need to wipe this plane down. This was hanging in the rafters when that battery caught fire. So it's got a little bit of smudge on it. I look like I do have a little bit of a, you may see that here, a little bit of a indentation here, nothing too crazy. It's a little on the soft side, like it got crunched there, so we'll need to support that. Light on the bottom looks like it got kind of busted over a little bit. You can kind of see that here. So we'll need to kind of fix that up a little bit. Landing gear, I've got landing lights on here. Oh, look, they still work. So I have little landing lights on there. Again, some more of those Walmart camping light type things. And the landing gear looks like looks like the spring on the landing gear is in pretty decent shape. So that's pretty rare. So that's cool. So what else we got going on here? And then broken prop, of course. So we got that to deal with. But overall, let's take a look at these surfaces. See if we get any movement. Okay. And how about here? Okay. All right. And looks like I had some Velcro up here for a light. Looks like I got some clear box tape on the spine here for putting cameras and stuff in. But yeah, overall, this doesn't look too awfully bad. Definitely need a prop. I'm glad we still have the spinner. And got to strengthen up the side because that's too smushy. So I have to figure out something to do with that. Maybe easiest thing to do with something like that, maybe to just shove some foam block in there, like what I made the support for or the cradle for the Army F-15, and just put a block in there just so it pushes that side back out. That may be the way to go there. And just make sure I stay clear of all the control rods, which should be no problem because that's kind of a low ding. And then we've got this servo that needs to be worked on in this hinge here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get some simple green and clean this thing down first. Get all this soot off of here, and then from there we'll start going about. It looks like we got tape covering the panels and stuff for the servo, so I'll go ahead and get that off of there. Go ahead and get the servo covers removed. See what we need to do about fixing that. Hopefully we don't need to replace the servo, but we'll take a look at that. But that'll be the next step. So stick around. I'm going to go ahead and get some simple green and get this thing all wiped down. I don't think I'll need to necessarily film that part. So I'll be right back when this plane's clean. So stick around. All right, friends, as you can see, I got quite a bit of soot off of this particular plane. This thing was dirty. Let's go ahead and set this stuff off over to the side here. All right, so let's take a look and see what else we got going on here. So now I think the important thing to do would be to, of course, get the prop off so that we can go ahead and get a battery in here and make sure the electronics are in good shape. And then from there, we'll kind of move along. But let me get a little better look at this particular servo issue. Because like I said, it looks like it may have just broken right through. Like the glue, the actual plate that holds the servo isn't broken out there. So let me go ahead and get this tape off of here. I'm gonna have to get a little knife out here. Let's see. Put that knife just down. There we go. All right, so let's get the little corner up here. You still see the soot and the lines of the tape and such. All right. You'll see how clean this plane is after I pull this tape off. And there's the servo cover. But you can kind of see the color difference. Maybe you can see the color difference between the white foam and the sooted up clean foam. All right. That's some good tape I got on here, boy. Ugh. All right. So let's take a look at this servo. Let me grab myself a tool. Bear with me. Grab out the old box. A pair of pliers. That'll do it. All right. Ooh. Let's see what we got here. Ah. All right. So it does seem that this servo is toast. That needs to be glued in to support it, but this servo is in fact toast. All right, so we know we've got to fix the servo. Like I said, that one's in good shape, but this one is toasty. This thing isn't catching at all. So we'll have to replace that one, and that is gonna suck because the wires for it come all the way out over here. So what we might have to do is splice a new servo in, and hopefully those wires will pull back through. Because that's a son of a gun right there. It's either that or cut open an entire seam into the foam and then fill it back up. But I'm not liking that idea a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get some screwdriver out and go ahead and break out that servo and see what we're dealing with there. This screwdriver will work just fine. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got going on here. Get the servo out. All right. Okay. Pull that out. Get off there now. Ah. All right, and then, aha. Well, look at there. We got ourselves a servo connector. Nice. All right. Well, that's going to make replacing this servo a lot easier. Like I said, I haven't looked at this dang plane in 2 years. I had no idea. All right, so bear with me a second as I try to find myself another servo that'll fit. So stick around. All right, friends, so I seem to have found another servo. It's got quite a shorter lead on it, but I don't know that that's going to be much of a problem since this already pulls out of the hole. The rotor head on the top is the same. The servo are both sub micros. This is going to be an A334 is what I may be putting in there. Let's take a look and see how something like that would fit. I don't know that this one will work, but there's always one way to find it. Okay. Now the important thing to do now is to try to go ahead and get these wings and such on, or at least connected, so we can see if we have any movement. So let's go ahead and look into doing something like that. I'll put the old rod in. Okay. And then if this servo works, we'll work on doing all this stuff properly. Wires on the bottom, fellas. Wires on the bottom. There we go. Those in. Okay. Have these all taped together basically to make it a little easier. Now, you know what would make this easier? Duh. Let me set that right there. Hold on to that. Be a lot easier. Be a lot easier. Or using a plane stand. Oh, Ernst, to the rescue. There we go. All right. Back to where I was at. And voila. All right. Let me turn it upside down so I can get an idea of it works. Stick with me as I go ahead and get my controller, and we'll throw a battery in this and see what we've got working with. Stick around. All right, friends, so let's go ahead and obviously, since the battery's on the bottom, got to flip the plane over. So let's just go ahead and do the old stick the wings on. Looks like we got a decent fit there. I'm glad I still had these screws. That was smart for me to put them in a Ziploc bag. That is not normally a David yourself kind of thing. Should be though. Should be. And apparently at this point it was. So that's good. All right. All right. Well, while we're at it, let's go get this prop off. No reason to leave that on. Let's get a little dirt in there. Did this thing happen to hit the dirt for its last flight? Maybe. It certainly has a little dirt in that screw. All right. Maybe I'll use this to get it off. Yeah. All righty. Looks like I got it. There we go. Oh my goodness. Now it's a tighty. There we go. All right, we'll just leave all that off. All right. Flip this bad boy over. Now, since I'm not sure about it being bound, I do have a timber entry in there, but I'm not specifically sure about it being in there. And oh crap, do I have to do that from the inside? Did I not have a lead for that? All right, well let's just let's just check to see if that happens to work. If not, we'll have to rebind it. Just gonna plug a 4 cell in here just to. Okay. It is not liking that. All right, so let's try 3 cup, but hopefully it's enough. You know what? You know what that alarm is actually? I think that's the lost plane alarm that I have in there. All right, so let me unplug that. I have a lost plane alarm in there, I believe, and I believe that's what that noise is. Once it's connected to the controller, it'll stop making that noise. But since it's not connecting to the controller and it looks like I'm going to have to rebind it, let's get in there and take a look at that. Oh, it's always something in it, folks. It's always something. All right. At least these are somewhat quick and easy. Okay. Glasses on. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah. So that is, in fact, what I'm dealing with here. Lost plane alarm. That's what this is right here. It's this little high squealer thingamadoo. So and I had that plugged into the aileron line. And ain't that a biscuit? I did not have that thing with a lead on it. So we're not going to mess with this bind plug thing, screw the wings on. I'm going to go ahead and get a lead. So stick around for that. I'll be right back. All right, friends, back. We got a perfect bind lead. Look at this, what I found, an actual bind lead. So go ahead and stick that bad boy in there. And then, like that, zam zing. Then we can stick it out from underneath the wings. Got a little wad or something going on there. All right. There we go. All right, let's try this again. All right. All right. I'll show you that. We got the bind lead hanging out right here. Whoop. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and use that as the bind lead. I'll go ahead and turn this blade upside down now. Get my bind plug. Now my bind plug I have like on a zip tie and a long, just straw, just so I don't ever lose it. Although I do have more of these, but still nonetheless. So we'll go ahead and plug that bind lead in. Bazam. Then we'll go ahead and turn off this thing we do. We can go back with the 4-cell here. That's fine. I know this one's charged up. Okay. Go ahead and shut that down. Pull the bind plug out. And now we go ahead and do the old binderooski. There we go. Yep. And I do feel this little servo down here is working. Let's try that throttle. Oh, friends. Yeah, you can see that little servo twitching there. It's clearly working. All right, good deal. Good deal. And everything seems to be working. Like I said, throttle. All right, friends. Let's go ahead and get that thing reinstalled, and we will work on that. Let's see if we can go ahead and set safe on it while I'm at it. And that's enough. So safe's just going to be on. I tell you. All right. Let's try that one more time. Maybe that was up. Yeah, clearly still has safe on. I don't know what's wrong. I can't seem to get safe to be on a switch here lately. I couldn't do it on the F15 either. So I don't know what's going on. Everything's set at 0 and all that kind of stuff like it's supposed to be. So I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, all right. So that's a good deal. So it looks like we just got a little bit of repair to do to go ahead and finish putting in that servo. And then we'll go ahead and do that. And then from there, we're going to need to slap a new prop on here. And then really, if it looks like it might be good to fly, we're going to go ahead and give it a flight. So stick around and see how this works out. Nice. All right, friends. So I went ahead and put the servo in here. I'm a little worried about it though. So let's see if that worry is justified. Now let's see what we got. Uh-huh. That's what I was worried about. Dang it. Well, that sucks. I told you I was worried about that one. All right, well, back to the drawing board on that. Stick around, I gotta find another servo. All right, friends, so I did find another servo. It looks like something that came out of a crash plane that I had. This particular servo, unfortunately, does not have an end on it. So I'm gonna have to put one on. So I'm gonna use one of these crap servos I just had and snip that off. All right, so let's try that again. Just throw the 4-cell back up in there. Go ahead and put the door on so nothing falls out. All right. Let's see what we got here now. Probably gonna have to adjust it, but we'll see. All right, clearly needs adjustment. But now it works. Look at that. Okay, let's go ahead and adjust it. Of course, safe is on. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay. All right, so let's set it level. Make sure all that looks good and level. Yeah, okay. And then unplug it. The most difficult plane ever. The battery. Okay. Come on now. Goodness gracious. Okay. Now that the servo is shut off, we can go ahead and adjust it properly. All right, friends. Well, it looks like we got some stuff ready to go. All right, so let's look at slapping on a new prop and see what we can do about flying it. Stick around. All right, friends, I went ahead and found myself an APC 12x6 prop. This thing ought to be a monster on here. So we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy put on. But yeah, this thing ought to be a monster. All right, friend, just use some of my Lexan scissors here to cut out the nose a little bit deeper. And booyah, look at that. It goes right on there now. Look at there. Look at there. All right, cool. That will work, my friend. Oh, don't fall off there. All right. Booyah. All right. Yep. Listen to that. All right. That ought to be fun to try to fly. So stick around. We're going to be doing that soon. Hey friends, we've got the Tiger Timber out here now, so we've got it all fixed up, ready to roll. So we're going to go ahead and give it a test, even have the Insta360 Go 2 on top. So let's see how this works out. Stick around. All right, friends. Let's see about getting this connected. Hey. There it is. All right. Got ourselves a little bit of a wind coming from this direction, so we're going to give it a shot. Cameras are rolling. We'll just let that roll there. All right. Let's give her a shot, see what it'll do. All right, let's see what we got here. Here we go. I got a 3-cell in there, 4,000. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, crap. Throttle cut. So what happened there? Why did that go that way? Oh, it looks like I completely broke out that side there. Dang it. Crap. Alright, well I'm assuming that's going to be the same thing. If I try her again, I don't know what that was all about. Oh, it's up now. So I don't know what that was all about. But the fuselage is broken, so that ain't great. Let me turn that nose down a bit. Light him in the parking lot over here. Make it a little easier. Oh! Oh, goodness. This is crazy. Well, at least I got that. All right, stick around. The pole is still vibrating. A camera popped out. Let me find that. Goodness gracious. Poor camera. And here's the damage there. Goodness gracious. This poor plane is taking a beating. I don't know if it'll take off again, but we'll see. It just keeps getting beaten to the core. So we'll see. Oh, no. Never mind. Got my service servo out. Never mind. That's the end of that. Yeah, dang it. Oh well, friends, there it is. It flew a little bit, so I guess we'll check that out. Until next time, I am Dave. That is the Tiger Timber, and we are out of here. Okay. Did I never put the battery bay on, or did the battery bay just pop off? I guess there's one way to find out. Okay. Maybe I never put the battery bay back on. Now I see it over there. Don't!